Hi, how are you doing, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Football Show with my man Anuj. Hi, Anuj, how are you doing?
All good, Vipul. Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope everyone is safe. Long time, Vipul.
Yeah, long time, long time. It feels like absolute ages since we've done
It's
this
more
show.
like a rendezvous. Like last year, because of COVID, we were doing this online, and we're back to the same thing now.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. You can say that. But yeah, COVID is still around and we need to stay at our homes. Obviously, this is for you guys. Please stay safe and stay at home. Don't get out unnecessarily unless you have an emergency or something. All right, moving on to football. So today we are going to discuss some Premier League top four finishes. Obviously, we are coming into the end of the season, and this season has been COVID ridden basically. Are you happy with the season? Let me ask you this.
I think
In general, I think.
in a way, it has put a lot of pressure on the players in terms of performing day in, day out matches every 2 to 3 days, less recovery, more injuries, and despite all these situations, they had put in those UEFA Nation League matches, a lot of international breaks. So I think it put a lot of pressure on the teams, and I think we can let go this season as an asterisk season where all teams could not perform at their best. Teams which had really good depth and players who were very fit and were able to pull off those 2 to 3 days schedule, I think they did really well, and we could see that in the points table all across the globe.
Yeah. So one thing I've noticed is, especially in the Premier League, um, the team which is playing away is has an advantage over the home team since there is no crowd. One example I can give you is the Arsenal versus Burnley match last month. So basically, Arsenal were losing 1-0, and Arsenal have never lost against Burnley at home. And I don't know when they have lost against Burnley in general, home or away. But if there were fans in the stadium, the fans wouldn't accept that, and they would push the players to get some sort of result. Uh, so it was a 1-0 in favor of Burnley, but if there were fans in the stadium, this wouldn't have happened. So obviously, teams are like they don't have fans in the stadium, so it's pretty difficult. So the away team gets an advantage, and I think the records show this season that this is happening everywhere in all the league, not only in the Premier League.
Yeah, that whole
All right,
away
so
playing away thing has only disappeared from all the games because it's almost like a neutral
yeah,
venue for most of these teams.
yeah, and even in the Europe, we were playing the initial stages of the Europa League in separate neutral venues, which
Yeah.
is like why are you even keeping an away goal this rule? And I don't know. But here we are at the coming near the end of the season, and each team has what 7 to 8 matches left, depending on what who they are playing. So the teams which we are going to discuss, obviously Manchester. Let me clear this out. Manchester City are way ahead of the pack, and they are going to win the championship this season. So let's not congratulate them right now because I have higher hopes from Manchester City. They need to win the Champions League this season. It would be a great send off for Sergio Aguero since he has decided to leave this season. So, apart from Manchester City, we have Manchester United, we have Liverpool, West Ham, Leicester. Who did I miss? Chelsea, and Everton also. We'll get Everton in this discussion as well, since the the places from 6 to 8, the teams which are there, they don't have much difference. So even if some team goes on a run, who knows, they might sneak in. So let's include Everton in this as well. All right, let me just have a quick look at the table right now. Um, okay, so we have Manchester City on 74 points. Then we have Manchester United on 63 points. Leicester in third on 56 points. West Ham in fourth on 55 points. Chelsea on 54 in fifth. Liverpool on 52 in sixth. Then we have them lot on 49. Then we have Everton on 48. So mind you, Everton has played a game less from the other six, seven, yeah, 16. So that is why we are including Everton in this as well. So let me ask you this: which teams, according to you, are going to finish in the top four, leaving Manchester City aside? There are
So,
three spots you can choose.
so
Yeah,
definitely, like you said, Manchester City is winning this year's Premier League, no doubt about that. And even second position, I think, is more or less guaranteed for United. They have a comfortable 7 point lead over Leicester in the second position, and they have a pretty comfortable run in the end. So even
yeah.
second spot, I think, is more or less guaranteed for United. The other two spots, I think Chelsea will be one team who will definitely be getting into the top four. They have just one match left, which is a difficult one, which is against City. And apart from that, they have a pretty good run. And despite having an easy run, they are in very good form for the past 2 to 3 months since the time Thomas Tuchel has taken over. So I think Chelsea will be one team who gets that top four spot. And the fight for the last spot, I think, will be between West Ham and Liverpool. So uh, Leicester, I don't think will make it into the top four. Their last three games are against United, Chelsea, and Spurs. And last season we saw at the end of the season Leicester start to drop points. Even yesterday we saw them dropping points against West Ham. So I think Leicester will drop out of that top four situation, and Chelsea, West Ham, and Liverpool out of these three teams, two of them will occupy the final remaining spots.
Okay.
Everton has
So
a very wayward chance, but I never consider Everton to
yeah,
do anything.
we'll discuss this in detail along the show. So your top four are Manchester City, Manchester United. Then you have Chelsea in third.
Yep.
Am I right?
And yep,
Yeah.
and West Ham or
So
Liverpool. I don't want to jinx by just saying Liverpool is going to make it, but
you you,
they have a
you have to,
chance.
man. Even if you don't want to include your team, you have to include West Ham. If
Definitely
that's
West
okay
Ham.
with you.
Since that
All
is
right. Okay.
it's in their hands right now. It's not in Liverpool hands. It's in West Ham hands. If they win their matches comfortably, they make it to top four. So I think they
Okay.
get the benefit of the doubt right now.
All right. So I do think Leicester will drop out. So it will be City, United. Then I'll have West Ham in third. Okay. And I'll have Chelsea. Unfortunately, Liverpool drops out. I know their running is a bit easier, but West Ham is too good for everybody right now. I don't think they'll even fear facing City. I am not sure whether they have the match against City, but the way they are playing right now, I don't think so. They fear anyone, and they'll be desperate after coming so close. They'll be desperate to bring Champions League football at the London Stadium next season. So so it is more or less City, United, West Ham in third, and Chelsea in fourth for me. So yeah, so what we'll do right now is we'll go through all the fixtures of all these teams, and we'll come to a conclusion. Obviously, you have given your top four, I've given my top four, but let's discuss the matches in detail and then come up with a logical top four. Obviously, Arsenal is not in the discussion as as last
I
season.
don't think they were at
Uh,
any time during the whole
where
season.
are we? Okay, at least we are in the first part of the table. We are not. We are actually
So this is
languishing
where
down.
Arsenal fans are just happy with that.
We are not happy, but let's see. I would prefer not being in the Europa League next season, actually. So I don't care what happens in the league. I want Arsenal to win the Europa League and then get through the back door in the Champions League. So that either that or completely out of Europe. I know it will be financially damaging, but I'm fed up of this Europa League. We seriously, man. I'm tired of this Thursday night, Friday night game. All right, so let's go from the top. City. Obviously, we don't go for City's matches. We'll discuss Manchester United's matches. So United are playing Burnley at home next. Then they have Leeds away. This will be interesting. They are playing Liverpool at home on the 1st of May. Oh. Manchester United. Okay, they have a tough running, but obviously, I do think the second spot is 90% sealed unless either West Ham or Chelsea goes on a terrific run and basically overtakes them. But yeah, so they have Burnley at home, Leeds away, Liverpool away, no, Liverpool at home, Aston Villa away, then Leicester at home, Fulham at home, then the last day of the season, Wolves away. So more or less they have
Even if they don't come
okay
second,
run,
they have a guaranteed Champions League spot is where we can pick.
obviously, but yeah, they would like to finish behind City as close to City as possible. Okay, so yeah, the Liverpool United one will be a great watch, and the United Leicester one, who knows? This will be the time Leicester tries to slip up as they do every season. Yeah, so it's an okay run in, and I do think United will, judging by this run in, I do think United will finish second come end of the season. So let's move on to the currently third place team, which is Leicester. So Leicester have West Brom at home, then Crystal Palace at home. They have Southampton away. They have Newcastle at home, and obviously they have United at home. Then this is what is worrying about Leicester. So on the 12th of May, listen to this. On the 12th of May, they are playing United away. Then on the 15th, they are playing Chelsea at home. And on the 23rd, which is the last day of the season, they are playing Tottenham at home. So these three fixtures are make or break for Leicester. I don't care if they win. They should win the previous matches since it's West Brom, Crystal Palace, and
Yeah.
Southampton, and if you include Newcastle in that too. Uh, but this will be a difficult fixture, Leicester versus Newcastle,
Even the
since
next game, I would say West Brom are in terrific form and they are battling for survival. So even next game is quite
yeah,
difficult for Leicester right now.
yeah, you can say that West Brom, Crystal Palace, okay, they are safe. They have accepted that. Even Southampton, Newcastle will also be difficult since they are battling relegation. But after that, those three matches, man, those are serious matches, and I don't think Leicester is going to make it in the top four this
Yeah,
season.
definitely is what I think as well.
Yeah, but they have a Mr. Certain Jamie Vardy, and I do trust him. So he's one of my favorite players in the league. So who knows?
Definitely.
All right, let's move on to the fixtures for West Ham. So West Ham's next match is their next match is against Newcastle away. So that will be already a difficult fixture. Then they play Chelsea at home next, which will be a difficult fixture.
That
This
match
is
should end as a draw. I'm saying it out
this is
right now.
if West Ham, obviously if West Ham wins this one, so it will be like a 4-5 point gap in between them and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will be a double header basically. Then they have
That
Burnley away. Then they have West Ham. They have Everton at home. So that's a okay fixture. Oh. Then they have the last three fixtures are Brighton away, West Brom away, and Southampton at home. So wow, man, West Ham really has a chance to just get a grip of that third spot, given that Leicester have such a difficult run in. But this Chelsea versus no, West Ham versus Chelsea match will be, I think, the double pointer. So it will either be a 6 pointer or Chelsea
Yeah,
has
a
a
win
chance.
in that game would more or less guarantee West Ham a top four spot. But I think
Yeah,
I think Chelsea will definitely win that game. All credit given to West
I
Ham
can
for their
see your
performance.
eyes smile on your face. So secretly you want Chelsea to win.
I would want both of them to lose, but that's not possible. So yeah, one losing would be fine.
Yeah. So that Liverpool might sneak in. Yeah, obviously. Okay, for Chelsea, they have Manchester City in the cup. That will be a difficult fixture, obviously. Um, are Chelsea in two competitions? Wow, didn't realize that.
And even the Champions League, they are, I think, definitely into the
FA Cup and the Champions League. So great. Okay, so their running is Brighton at home, West Ham away, of course. Then they have Fulham at home. Then they face City away again on the 8th of May. Then they have Arsenal at home. Then they have Leicester at home. Then they have Aston Villa away. So you say Chelsea are favorite for top four. This is more or less a difficult run in than West Ham. So West Ham only has Chelsea, and I think they have Leicester in that. But Chelsea has Arsenal and City to face. So if they want to cement their top four position, to win at Stamford Bridge against Arsenal and away at the Etihad against City, which is basically not a given. Against Arsenal, they can say okay because it's obviously. Yeah, I can't predict the result for Arsenal, even if it is a
and
even
always,
if
I think
we were in the
Chelsea has been Arsenal's kryptonite. No matter what the game, Chelsea managed to win against Arsenal.
obviously. Yeah. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. Let's move on to Liverpool then. So Liverpool, you say you have a easier running. So you have to negotiate Madrid first in the Champions League, which will be a difficult tie, of course. But let's see. Your record at Anfield is not great this season. So
I think we should. I think the way things are going, Liverpool should shift their home to Budapest because few home games we played there, we played really, really well. I think that's the new Anfield for us.
yeah. So let's see what happens in that game. So you guys, so this is your run-in. You guys are playing Leeds away after the Champions League match. So that is already difficult. But yeah, it's fine. You have a Monday night game, so you have plenty of time to just rest. So so after that, you play Newcastle at home. You play United away, which will be a great watch. Then you have Southampton at home. Then West Brom away, Burnley away, and Crystal Palace at home. Last day of the season. So Liverpool, on paper, they have a easier running, but man, Leeds at home, it's can't predict that.
Yeah,
I
they
still remember
recently
the
beat
quality of this season.
Manchester City away from home, so that fear is
Yeah, that's
definitely
what I'm
there.
saying now. So, but yeah, I just can't forget the first day of the season.
I
That
think
was
one
a
thing
great.
which really favors Liverpool right now is all the remaining teams that we mentioned fighting for top four. They have a lot of matches amongst each other, so that's one thing that
Yeah.
Liverpool
So
has
you
advantage.
guys only have a match against United, which by the time you might play, I think if United are into the semi-finals of the Europa League, they might just play a weekend team
Yeah.
since it will be um, it will not matter basically for them since they must have cemented their second spot by then, hopefully.
But since it's
All right, so
United versus Liverpool, they would go for their first team. Something that
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
they would afford to do.
Let's see. All right, so next we move on to them lot. Obviously, did you watch the press conference of Jose Mourinho after
that
Chelsea,
that went
Chelsea
on to
match?
a whole different topic from what it should have been. So, but I think
Yeah,
Solskjaer
yeah, yeah.
comments were. We always know Mourinho is going to take out something from the other managers.
I mean, it's basically bizarre. This banter happening in the post-match interview. Basically, it's okay if it is a build-up to the fixture, but it's it's basically bizarre that is happening in the post-match interview. I mean, a lot of banter going on.
Very common with Mourinho, so we
Yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's move on to Tottenham. So basically, they have Everton at home. No, Everton away. Everton away. Then they move on to Southampton at home. They obviously have the final of the Carabao Cup. against City. So that will be already a difficult fixture. Then they play Sheffield United at home, Leeds away, Wolves at home, Aston Villa at home. Okay, this is interesting. So Tottenham is playing Leicester away on the last day of the season. I do think this will be a match for the last spot of the Euro places, maybe the Europa League, of course. But then either it will be for the sixth place or the seventh place. So
Possible,
let's
quite
see.
possible.
Yeah, quite possibly this will be the decider for that. All right. So let's move on to. By the way, all these teams which I've mentioned have played 31 matches, and let's move on to Everton, who have played
Do
30
we
matches.
really need to discuss Everton? I mean, come on. Oh,
Come on, man. So we might as well. So the next match is against Tottenham at home. Then they have
Tottenham
Arsenal
will
away.
win that one.
Okay. So Arsenal away, then Aston
Arsenal
Villa
will
at
win
home.
that one. Aston Villa winning that one.
Okay. So clearly you are
Everton
not
to
in.
lose all their remaining matches. Definitely.
Yeah. I need to get a Everton fan on this show next
Are
time.
there any? Are there any?
Not in my knowing, basically, but I'll try to get somebody. Don't worry. Yeah. So basically, they have West Ham away, Sheffield United at home, Wolves at home, and last day of the season they are playing the champions, hopefully, away at the Etihad, Manchester City. So yeah, let's count that extra match, which will be on the last day of the season. But apart from that, they have a tough run in. So they are playing Tottenham and Arsenal back to back. So
And they have not been in good form if you see the recent
yeah,
results. They
it
have
basically depends on their next two matches what happens. But yeah, I basically can't count Everton out of this European places. Currently, they are on eight. But yeah, who knows? The match with Tottenham and Arsenal, if they win either of them, they might go on to qualify for the Europa League. Yeah. So judging
definitely
by the
banter
fixtures,
aside, if Everton win their game in hand, they are just 1 point behind Liverpool. So anything can
yeah,
happen. I'm just making fun of them, but
and
they are
they
definitely
have
not.
matches. Their next two matches are against Tottenham and Arsenal, who are vying for that Europa League spot. So if they manage to win those matches, they are in a good
Never,
position.
you never know that.
All right. So judging by the fixtures which we have just seen, let me get back to your top four. Obviously, City is in first. Then you have United. Then you have Chelsea, and then you have West Ham. All right. I'm not going to mention Liverpool since you are.
No jinx, no jinx, no jinx. So I'm
Yeah.
not
So
mentioning.
we both don't have Liverpool in our top four. So
I'm not doing it because of I don't want to jinx it. You just a Liverpool hater. So
I am thinking logically, man. So I am a West Ham fan this season. You'll see me West Ham kid in the next episode. So be prepared for that. Yeah. So my top four is obviously City. Then we have Manchester United. I do think West Ham will finish third, and we'll have Chelsea in fourth. So Liverpool and Leicester might drop out, might miss out on the Champions League, but Liverpool can turn things around if they win the Champions League. Hopefully they win for your sake, of course.
thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Anuj, for coming on to the show.
My
And
pleasure.
it was an enjoyable experience after such a long time. Looking forward to doing more shows with you. Yeah, so basically, just to remind you guys, we'll be doing this football show twice a week. We'll pick random topics, the one which we picked today, um, the top four race, and we'll do a weekend preview show with all the matches. Obviously, the Premier League is not finished, and the race for the top four heats up. Um what do you think will be the top four this season for you? Mention it in the comments below. Feel free to If you have a different top four than me and Anuj, you can drop it in the comments, and we'll see at the end of the season who's in the top four. Yeah, that is it, guys. That is it for today. See you next. See you next. I was saying session. See you next episode. Bye bye.
Bye guys, take care.